Hey y'all, today we'll be going over the Tunisian regular stitch. You can see, like many of the Tunisian stitches, it does have a little bit of a problem with curling. We try to combat that by keeping the tension loose, but it is what it is, and you'll probably have a bit of it. This stitch is great for things such as blankets due to its durability and how it drapes. So when you have a large project like that, this curl may not be as noticeable. We'll be using a Tunisian or Afghan crochet hook. You'll notice that these are the hooks that have this tail on the end. This is so that when you do work this stitch, because you keep the entirety of the length, this whole area, on the crochet hook at once, a lot of times these regular crochet hooks are not going to be long enough. So either you can get one with a tail like this, perfect for blankets, or if you're working on a smaller project, they do also kind of have an extended Tunisian hook you can pick up as well. So we will go ahead and get started. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started by making that slip knot and grab our hook. I'm going to hold this end in the back so it stops making noises. All right, and just like any other start, we will go ahead and make that foundation chain. All right, I've gone ahead and chained 15. With Tunisian stitches, we generally don't have to make any kind of additional chain or turning stitch. So we're going to turn it right over. And we are going to come through these bags. So I would skip this one, and I'm going to go through this next chain or stitch or loop and pull through. Instead of continuing to yarn over and pull through for Tunisian, to keep these on the hook, we're going to leave this loop here and just move on to that next one. So we'll yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and we'll try right from the start and keep these a little bit looser to combat some of the curl you'll see in these stitches. All right, and then this is going to be known as our forward pass whenever we're moving from right to left and getting these loops onto the hook. There we are. And now when we're keeping count with our Tunisian stitches, what we can do is just count the loops right on the hook to make sure that we haven't lost any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. And we're going to go ahead and continue on with the back pass. So we'll yarn over, and for this first one, we only ever go through that first loop, but for the remainders, we'll yarn over and go through 2. And we're just going to do this all the way to the other side. This is called our back pass, which gets us back to this beginning. And we will start the official forward pass. So in order to do the Tunisian regular stitch, what we're going to do is skip this first loop that we've created But we're going to come to this second one, come under it, yarn over, and pull through. And so now we have 2 loops. We'll keep this tension kind of loose, and to kind of help with that, I'm going to keep the yarn in my hand loose, where I normally have it wound up a little bit tighter. And I'm just going to continue down this row, starting with this next kind of loop. You can see what we've made is a bunch of these loops. We'll go under, yarn over, and pull up. And we're going to try and keep these kind of loose to combat that dreaded curling. And then once we've come to the end, so these loops are generally pretty clear, but there is that last one right here. We want to push under this guy to mark the very edge and create a loop. Alrighty, and then like before, to do that back pass, we're going to yarn over it, go through only the first loop, and then for the rest, we'll yarn over it and go through 2. Alright, and then for that next pass, we'll go ahead and start again, skipping this first one, coming under our second, yarn over, and pull up. And we'll just repeat this process back and forth. So as you can see with this stitch, each row is made with both a forward and back pass. I'm kind of starting to see the pattern coming out. All right, and back at that end. Oh, look at that. She's just curling right up. We'll go ahead and make sure that we have all of our loops, plus that very last one right through the front. And there we are. And we can always count to make sure that we keep track. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. And that'll be a regular stitch. I'll go ahead and add a few more rows so that we can see that pattern come out. All right. To finish this off, we will go ahead. We've just done our back pass, so we've gone forward and come back. All of our loops are off of the crochet hook. So, like the beginning of the forward passes, we'll come under here, yarn over. But then instead of continuing where we leave these loops to yarn off, we're just going to bring it right through the last one, like a slip stitch. So under, yarn over. And then we will slip off. Oh my Lord. Getting to the end, and then as you can see, we will grab that last guy. And that completes our Tunisian regular stitch. And we can just slip this through here and tie off to finish. All right, and yeah, you never quite get rid of that curl. Generally, this would be the part where if we want to get this flattened, we'll go ahead and go back in here and add a border. But otherwise, this is our Tunisian regular stitch.